The WNBA's top veterans have long claimed they built the league's current success. But recent stalled negotiations have raised serious questions, as free agency delays created uncertainty across the league. During this time, Sophie Cunningham addressed the situation on her podcast, offering a critical perspective on veteran leadership and its impact on rising stars like Caitlin Clark. This has sparked an ongoing debate among fans and analysts. Are established players fully supporting the league's new generation, or is internal tension slowing progress? Many supporters of the Indiana Fever have voiced frustration, wondering how these issues might affect the league's future growth. At the center of the discussion is the role of financial performance. The Women's National Basketball Players Association has reportedly proposed a new agreement that includes a larger share of league revenue and higher salary caps. Their argument is based on the league's recent growth, including increased viewership, sold-out arenas, and rising overall interest. League representatives, however, have emphasized the importance of covering operational costs such as travel, logistics, and expansion before distributing revenue. This has led to differing views on how income should be calculated and shared. Ultimately, this is more than just a financial discussion. It reflects broader questions about the league's growth, sustainability, and how success should be shared between players and the organization as the WNBA continues to evolve. Rising costs and failed negotiations have pushed the WNBA into a complete standstill. Free agency, trades, and expansion plans are all frozen. With no agreement in sight, the Women's National Basketball Players Association is demanding a larger revenue share, while the league remains cautious, focusing on long-term stability. This gap has created uncertainty for players, teams, and fans. Sophie Cunningham openly criticized the situation, warning that a lockout could happen. Meanwhile, rising stars like Caitlin Clark and Aaliyah Boston have seen their momentum slow despite record-breaking growth. Fans are now questioning the future, as excitement turns into concern. With the CBA expired, the WNBA faces a critical moment that could shape its next era. Fans under 30 have propelled the Indiana Fever to record-breaking ticket sales, with home games selling out in minutes and road crowds following rising stars like Caitlin Clark, Lexi Hull, and Aaliyah Boston from city to city. Social media exploded with highlights, memes, and fan debates, drawing in audiences who had never paid attention to the WNBA before. Networks scrambled to add more games, sponsors lined up, and the league's boom became impossible to ignore. Despite this surge, some veteran voices questioned whether the growth was sustainable or just tied to one standout player. Fans noticed that highlight reels and broadcasts sometimes favored established veterans over the newcomers, fueling online debates and criticism. Posts comparing Clark's record-breaking plays to muted coverage of her rivals went viral, showing that audiences were aware of the imbalance. On the court, tension between generations is visible. Stiff handshakes, clipped post-game comments, and subtle coldness from veteran defenders reflect a league still adjusting to its rising stars. Meanwhile, the Women's National Basketball Players Association emphasizes experience and years of grind, creating a clear divide between the old guard and the new wave. The WNBA now stands at a pivotal moment, balancing its rich history with the energy, talent, and momentum of a younger generation ready to reshape the future. The WNBA debate is no longer just about money. It's about control, credit, and the league's future. Sophie Cunningham openly criticized the stalled negotiations on her podcast, warning that the situation could lead to a lockout. She highlighted the lack of progress, with repeated updates but no real change, reflecting growing frustration among players and fans. As tensions rise, the divide within the WNBA continues to widen. Sophie Cunningham openly called out veteran leaders who seem to be clinging to power, treating the league's recent boom as their personal victory lap. She criticized the reliance on weekly email updates and endless meetings, saying they won't fix the stalled negotiations. Her message was clear: the old guard running the Women's National Basketball Players Association is out of touch and out of ideas, holding the league back from real progress. Sophie also highlighted potential conflicts of interest, pointing to veteran players with business ties outside the WNBA, raising concerns that some decisions are being made for the wrong reasons. Fans noticed immediately. social media erupted with anger, disbelief, and calls for accountability. For many supporters, this became personal. Rising stars like Caitlin Clark had brought new audiences and attention to the league, and fans wanted that momentum protected. Turning frustration into a rallying cry, Sophie gave a voice to the new generation. Fans, players, and advocates are now standing with rising stars, including Lexi Hull, Aaliyah Boston, and Kelsey Mitchell. They want progress, not stalled negotiations. They want deals that grow the game and protect players. The league's future now feels both precarious and full of promise as the next season approaches. Refund requests started pouring in before the latest press release was even finalized, showing how invested fans are. On X, hashtags like #SaveOurSeason trended for 3 straight days, tagging both the league and the Players Association. Some fans threatened to pull season ticket money if the standoff continued, while others posted screenshots of their frustrations, making it clear that the community will not stand by while growth is stalled. Refund requests and fan backlash exploded after the WNBA freeze, spreading across forums, group chats, and social media. Local sponsors faced angry calls, and in Indiana, ticket brokers reported a spike in refunds within 48 hours. For the Indiana Fever, which had just broken attendance records, excitement turned to panic. Small businesses, bars, merch shops, and rideshare drivers worried the boom might vanish before it began. Fans organized campaigns, petitions, and even billboards, sending a clear message: let them play. College students held watch parties for old Fever highlights, calling out the Women's National Basketball Players Association for risking the league's momentum. The backlash was a warning. Every week of silence risked not just money, but the trust of a new generation of fans. Sophie Cunningham finally made her move, signing with Project B, a global league backed by Silicon Valley money, offering over $2 million per contract and equity stakes. After turning down the offer twice, the chaos at home made her decision easy. Project B allowed players like Cunningham to shape a league from the ground up, showing that if the WNBA and its union can't act, top talent will walk. Meanwhile, some organization, WNBA, Players Association, leaders were quietly pursuing their own ventures, like athlete Breanna Stewart, WNBA player, and Nafisa Collier. A rival league is now offering top WNBA stars million-dollar contracts, equity stakes, and global exposure, creating an unprecedented challenge for the WNBA. Players who once stayed loyal are now considering these new opportunities, attracted by guaranteed money, ownership roles, and tours in major cities from Paris to Sao Paulo. Even leaders from the Women's National Basketball Players Association, including influential figures, have joined these ventures, signaling a major shift in power. The freeze in free agency has left rising stars sidelined and fans frustrated, while record-breaking viewership and sold-out arenas show the league's potential is at an all-time high. Social media buzz, fan campaigns, and online debates illustrate how invested the audience is in the league's future. The standoff between veteran leadership, union politics, and emerging players is no longer just a negotiation, it's a test of who will shape the next era of women's basketball. For fans and players alike, the message is clear. The game cannot wait for ego or old power structures to step aside. Decisions made today will determine whether the WNBA maintains its momentum or risks losing its brightest stars to rival leagues offering opportunities that were once unimaginable.